So narcissists don't feel guilt or remorse like non-narcissistic people do. And if you're new here, I have narcissistic personality disorder. So my therapist asked me, how do I feel guilt and remorse? And I told her, I was just like, I feel guilty in the moment when I do something. But then immediately, y'all, my mind will start to justify why I did what I did. My mind will immediately start to blame the other person for what I did to them. I told my therapist that, and she's like, hey, Lee, that's not guilt or remorse. That's the spectrum of guilt or remorse. So no, we don't feel it like you do. It's there. It's definitely there. Like I feel it in the moment, like I said, but then my mind, it goes into protective mode and starts to justify it, no matter what it is. So if a narcissistic person or a toxic person has ever done something to you and you are wondering whether or not they feel guilty for it, they probably did in the moment. But like I said, for some way, shape, or form, they end up blaming you for it. And sometimes if they do that in front of your face, you'll end up apologizing to them for what they did to you. It's weird, but I hope it helps. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am a self-aware diagnosed narcissist, Lee Hammock, and I use my platform on social media, over 1 million people now, to raise awareness for NPD, get more people into therapy, and also validate the victims and survivors of this disorder as well. Because guess what? You might not be crazy. It might be him. It might be them. You know what I mean? So, today's episode is going to be about the video you just watched is about the spectrum of guilt and remorse of a narcissist. Do narcissists feel guilty for what they've ever done for you and things like that? And I asked my therapist. My therapist, like, the more and more I talk to my therapist, the more I think she thinks I'm crazy. You know what I mean? But that's, I love my therapist. Because she asked me these questions, and she was just like, because I'm honest in therapy, y'all. When I'm honest in therapy, when you're honest in therapy, you get honest answers, and you have the ability to work on those issues and work on that stuff. You know what I mean? You can actually become, like, I'm self-aware, and I'm working on the stuff that she tells me to work on, because it's fun working on yourself, man. It's fun discovering yourself. It hurts sometimes, but it's fun discovering yourself. But she just asked me out the blue, because I forgot what I was talking about, and she just asked me out the blue. She's like, describe guilt for me. Describe how you feel guilty. And I was just like, when I do something wrong to somebody, and yes, I know it's wrong. I know it's wrong, y'all. Your narcissistic person knows the difference between right and wrong. They know that if you find out what they're doing, it is going to hurt you. But narcissists, we are after happiness. We're chasing our own happiness. We're self-fulfilled. We give to self. We are me first people. So if we're trying to fulfill ourselves and make ourselves happy, you might get hurt. And then you are viewed as collateral damage because you didn't have to be here. You saw the tornado spinning. You could have went into the basement, into the bomb shelter, but you sat on the front porch and kicked your feet up. You got hit with some debris. That's how the narcissist mind works. You could have went to the basement. You could have got away from here. You saw the tornado coming. But you were a storm chaser. Oof. You're a storm chaser, just like chasing just like going after the narcissist, just like chasing after the tornado. You're a storm chaser. So if we feel that way, if we feel like you don't have to be here, she's like, describe guilt. I was like, well, I feel guilty in the moment. I feel bad for what I do, in the moment. But then my mind, there's a piece of my mind, it's like clockwork. It literally shifts to blaming the other person. It literally just does. It literally finds a way to make the other person culpable for what I've done. It just does. That's how my mind works. And that's how most narcissistic people's minds works. We will just immediately go to blaming you, blame shifting, and then gaslight you. And we'll feel better about it. Like, dang, so it's not really my fault. Yeah, I got caught doing this. But, like, she doesn't have to be here. Dang, wow. She chose to be here. She didn't have to be here. If she wasn't here, and I did this, it wouldn't be cheating. It wouldn't be hurting her. So I would still be good, right? So because she chose to be here, it's cheating. But if she wasn't here, it wouldn't be cheating. It's just me messing around with somebody else. Me just sowing my wild oat, me sowing my seed or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so it's her fault. She doesn't have to be here. Boom, guilt gone. Guilt erased. Guilt gone immediately. Guilt gone quick. So a lot of people just, you want to find the words to try to make a narcissist person understand that they should feel guilty. But guilt hurts. Accountability hurts. Admitting guilt, admitting fault hurts. That's why I say accountability is kryptonite to narcissistic people. I don't want to be accountable for the stuff I do. It hurts. Because some of the stuff is like, yeah, is some of the stuff uncontrollable? The impulses, yeah, some of the impulses are uncontrollable, y'all. It just, the impulses come. You can't stop them. I've learned to process those and make them less hurtful to other people. But the impulses that's what therapy does for me. The impulses that I can control, I'm controlling. The stuff that I can't control, I try to water it down and dissipate it to the point where I actually have a power over it. You know what I mean? I actually have some strength over it and a continuum over it. You know what I mean? So that's how I work on me. I don't know how your narcissistic person, if they're in therapy, how they work on themselves, but that's how I'm working on me. But like that person in your life, that narcissist, does not want to feel guilty for anything that they do to you. They just don't. Guilt hurts, y'all. Accountability hurts. It sucks. Nobody wants to be accountable for this stuff. Who wants to put themselves through mental pain to make you feel better? Narcissists are me first. So why do I hurt my own brain and dwell on it when I can just blame you? I don't want to be accountable. That's a narcissist thing. It's literally. If I can just blame you, why would I blame me? Why would I take accountability if it's that much easier just to put it onto you, just to slide it into your inbox, just to slide it into your mental capacity and gaslight you into taking responsibility for stuff I did. So if I still feel the spectrum of guilt and remorse, like my therapist is like, that's not guilt, that's the spectrum of guilt. So if I don't feel that way, if I don't feel guilty, you know, I'll gaslight you. If I don't want to feel that way, I'll find a way for you, make you apologize for the stuff I've done. And that's how narcissists are good at it. Like my brain will immediately shift to blaming you. And when I blame you and I focus on blaming you for whatever happened, I can hyper focus on it and become like, is it a lie? Is it a lie? Yeah, it's probably a lie. But if I hyper focus on it, I can convince my own brain that it's the truth, and my words will make it sound like it's true. And when my words make it sound like it's true, my body language makes it sound like it's true. So my body language makes it sound like it's true. My words make it sound like it's true. When I'm talking to you, you might end up thinking it's true, and you end up apologizing for something that I have done. You end up apologizing for something that the narcissist has done to you. And that's how it works. And you end up apologizing for getting done wrong. And I know I see people so many times, just like, I'm talking to people and they be victims of DV. You mean they got hit in their face with somebody, narcissist, and the narcissist, like, I was just swinging and you walked into my fist. Like, I walked into your fist while I was in the bathroom? How? So you opened the bathroom door and started swinging, and I just walked into a overhand right hook. That's what you're saying, right? You had to open the door, the overhand right hook, by walking to it. And sometimes they'll convince you of that because the emotional state is so high, or they're crying, and then you end up apologizing for walking into their fist. That's how it works, y'all. If you end up apologizing for something that they have done to you, you can't ever bring it up again. That's done. That's in the past. That's 100% in the past. That's donezo. That's donezo McDunnergan. That's what I call it. There's no coming back from that right there, y'all. It just isn't. You mean? So that's why I say you have to stay empowered on this journey. But like, if the narcissist does you wrong consistently, and they don't feel guilt for, they always blaming you, that blame shift is coming. You know, the blame shift is to get the guilt away from me. Well, so when the blame shift comes and you agree with the blame shift consistently, this is your relationship, y'all. This I need y'all to realize this. What you see in front of you is your life. This is your life. If you want to stay in this, this is your life. Getting that person to take accountability would be a dang near impossible task. Cause I still be trying to skirt accountability 4 years into my therapy journey, y'all. 4 years in, I still don't like taking accountability for stuff that I do. But I know I have to. You know what I mean? My accountability is doing these videos. I'm telling you what I've done, what I've said, how I've treated people. That's me holding myself accountable to the world. You see it. You know what I mean? So even when I'm holding myself accountable, somehow people come here and talk junk. They're like, you're an evil, sick piece of narcissistic garbage, Lee. Cool. If that's how you really feel, I can't change how you feel about me. You know what I mean? That's not my responsibility. How you feel about me is not my responsibility. Is it annoying? Yeah. But how you feel about me is really, truly not my responsibility. And I can't change it, then so be it. Feel the way you feel. But I don't feel guilty about it. I mean, it's your fault. You don't have to be here. You don't have to watch these videos. You don't have to be here. Sorry. You said I just did that? Sorry. You don't have to be here. You don't have to watch these videos. It's your fault. You were triggered. It's your fault you were hurt. see how the guilt goes away really quick? See how I just blamed you? That's how the narcissist mind works. It's quick, y'all. It's a quick hit. It's always a quick hit. It's not like one little single solitary little piece of something. It's always a quick hit. Anyways, y'all, let me cut this thing short. I have to do one more video, and I got some one-on-ones, and then the day's gonna be great. We'll have a great day. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe for more. Mental Illness is out. Peace.